we've done this before here with the actual overlays and stuff. So in this example, we want to be able to click on the actual menu and actually get it to change and do its fancy thing or whatever. So I'm actually just going to grab a copy of that. Actually paste it there. We don't need this debug text anymore. Basically saying, you know, if there's you left click the mouse, then do this. So we're going to actually set up a rectangle. So we can check this, and we're going to call this menu rect. A new rectangle. It's not going to be based off the options. It's actually going to be say B overlay, and we want to do it as from an element. Find element by ID. We're looking for 1. We want its position X. And pretty much the same thing on the other side. So we'll just simply copy this and change this from X to Y. And it's yelling at me, and that can't be good. What did I do? Sorry. Oh, that's right. I'm doing. I forgot. We want the image. Sorry. Image. Yeah. So yeah, image dot. What is it? Position. Yeah, position. Dot X. My apologies there. I forgot. I was trying to change it from a label. Didn't work so well. So image. Alright, so that gives us our actual location, and then we have the actual size. Damn it. Stop doing that. So we actually want the width now, so P overlay dot element and P overlay find element by ID, which is 1, dot image dot width. Simple enough. And then the same for height. Damn, I wish it would stop jumping like that. And there we go. So basically it's going to give us a basic little rectangle around our little mini button. So when we actually put our mouse over it and everything, not only could we do it for collision or for when you click, but also we could do like we do on the main menu, where it actually changes the color of the text and such. So here we're just going to check. Simple check. Now the reason we do it as a static is because this sub gets ran a lot over and over through our loop. If we didn't do this, it would keep creating different rectangles, and it could be a real mess. So just doing this will be a lot easier. So basically this checks if there's a mouse click 1, and if it's in that area where the mouse position's at, then we know we clicked on it. So all we need to do is do our little animation to make it look like we clicked on it. To do that, we're actually going to do a simple little if. P overlay dot find element by ID 1. Basically what we need is image. We're looking current frame. If the current frame is 0, then we want to actually change it. Where is it? Elements, display, 1, 1. Otherwise, 1, 0. Just simply changes the sprite and how it looks. Now, this is permanent, so when we click on it right now, it's just going to change it and it's going to leave it alone. We don't want it permanent. We want it to do it for a little bit and then change it back. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw in a little timer. I'm going to put in a new static count. It's going to be an integer, and we start it as 0. And all it's going to do we're actually going to change this up a little bit, because right now it's checking to see if it's 0, and if it is, then it's going to change it back to here. But when it comes back and it sees it's not 0, it's automatically going to switch it back. So what we're going to do here is put a little loop, if you will, right here under else. And instead of just switching it straight back, it's going to check and see if count is greater than or equal to, for the sake of argument, we will say 5. If it is, then it's going to switch it back. And, clear count. Reset it again. Now this is fine and dandy, this works great, but as you might have kind of idea, well, what happens if you don't click on nothing? It's going to keep count up to 5 all the time. Well, that's easy enough. Add another little check. Count is greater to or equal to 5, then count equals 0. Actually, we'll change it to 6. This'll help. Else, we want to increment the counter. There. Now that should give us a little delay that we can actually click on it. Let's give it a try. Let's see how it looks and let's see what happens. Now I haven't done animations like this. The buttons that I do, or the little arrows and such, for those I do just a little sleight of hand. So this is new territory. And there it is. Now our menu overlay is underneath it, so that's why it's being, because the order it's being drawn, right now is having the label first and then the element. We'll want to change that. Doesn't look like it's working. That could be true. It also could be working, but we might not be seeing it. That's the other thing. So real quick, we're going to do something real quick. We're going to fix, damn it, sorry, close that. We're going to fix our color for the menu. Instead of being gold, we're going to change it to a darker color, kind of like a golden modish. And we'll actually go ahead and swap these. So it'll actually do the elements first. It'll actually draw the elements first. Then it will draw the labels, and that'll have our label over the element. Okay. Now we just need to find out if this is actually working or if it's not. Apparently it didn't look like it was. So the first thing we're going to do to make sure that it's working is check to make sure that you're clicking it. So, see, there it is. Okay, it's definitely doing that. So why isn't it working? I think I know why. When we change the image, we still have count moving. Count's always running and resetting. The problem is that if count's already at 4 or 3 or 5, and we do this, you're not going to see it. So, this is what we're going to do. We're actually going to reset count to 0 before we change the image.